What's happening, and welcome to another episode of Badass Builds. Today we're taking a look at the 2018 Ram Promaster that Kirt and Jen and the two boys live in full-time on the road. Let's go take a look. Jen, I'm glad to see that you got your boots nice and clean.
Gotta keep my boots clean.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody get outdoor boots, wear them outdoors, and then get them dirty and then go straight back to cleaning them.
You gotta keep them shiny and new.
Well, take us through the casa here. Man, this thing is sweet.
Welcome to our humble abode. Family of four fits in here, believe it or not. Kirt and I did an epoxy river table / countertop pour here. The idea was to go for like a waterfall type deal, the gradient all the way down. We used wood from my uncle, who actually is into woodworking, and this is black walnut. So this was our first time doing it, and it turned out pretty darn good. I can't complain. There's a few little imperfections, but you know, we know where they are. I guess somebody that has seen it for the first time wouldn't know. So Kirt was the mastermind behind it. He actually had a template on here beforehand, which was just plywood, and he was able to basically construct this out of that template, which I think worked perfectly. So anybody that might be interested in doing something like that, template is the way to go for sure.
You got your sink right down here.
We got our sink.
And it's not just an average sink. Kirt and Jen do it big on everything that they do.
Well, Mama likes nice things. This is actually a little bit of a reminder of home too. So we just sold our house in Tennessee, and we had a big copper basin sink in the kitchen, and it was exactly like this. So it reminds me a little bit of home in Tennessee.
You got some, looks like some shiplap back here.
Some shiplap. Don't know what you would call that.
I think it's shiplap.
No.
No?
So
okay.
It's just, it says cedar, thank you. 1/4 inch cedar tongue and groove.
Okay.
I did all the painting, every last bit of it, and we put clear coat on top of it too, so it makes it easy to wipe it down. Got a little bit of storage up here. Right now it's holding basically all our coffees and teas and a little bit of protein and supplements. Got my collagen and all my oils back there, all my bougie stuff, as you would say.
Yeah, I have to make fun of them every time we go out camping. They're cooking some kind of specialty stuff.
Hey, you gotta eat good when you're out in the wild too.
And they do. They eat good, and they've got all the spices that you can imagine and all that. And the thing that I really like about you guys' van is how like homey it feels. I mean, it really does. It feels homey. It's small, but you guys really did a fantastic job. And then you have different things like the live edge covers here. Yeah, so this wood was also from my uncle. This is beech wood. We had to let it dry completely, but Kirt did all the cutting, and we milled it a couple times, and then again we went through and put clear coat on top of it. And I ordered these off of Etsy. It's a storage, and right now it's a bit of a mess because we're still new to this, so we're trying to figure out where things belong and have a home. And it's cold out obviously right now, so we've got a lot of cold weather stuff out, which takes up space. And ultimately it's 4 people living in a van.
It is. So Mama gets 1.5 closets. This is mine, and then the other one above the bed is
I think that's pretty typical in most households.
And Daddy gets 1. So this is where all of our camera gear is.
And these are all locking storage.
Yes, you got to go for the locks. Anybody that's in an RV or in a van now ought to know that shit flies everywhere when you're on the road, and it's going to open, so you got to lock it. But we got all our camera equipment and gear in here. And then these are both of the boys' closets, which I can fit. No, it won't open because of the lagoon table right now.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you do the bottom one.
So, and the lagoon table is pretty cool too. They've got this table here, as you can see, it matches, and this can be moved around and sorted all kinds of different ways. That's pretty cool.
One mount down there, and then we have another one on the outside. So if we're wanting to cook or do anything outside, you can take it out there too. And when we're not parked for the day or a couple days, we store it overhead. The overhead bin up there.
This is where the magic happens.
The magic's already done happened. Ain't no more of that.
I really like, these are called fairy lights, right?
They are.
I really like these fairy lights. I'm a huge fan of those. We
got more that we want to finish the whole thing with. I just haven't got around to it yet. Amazon.
Yeah.
14 bucks. I think.
Yeah, I'll put a link down in the description of the video of these.
They change colors and dance and twinkle and do any kinds of things that you want.
But the biggest thing is consumption, right? So it uses less energy.
It's a really slow draw. Yeah. It's hardly anything. And we got it plugged into 12 volt in the back, so it's right into one of the chargers for like your phone.
And we'll see in a minute. You guys are fully off grid. I mean, this is we're not plugged in or anything. We're all electric. No gas, no propane, no nothing. Well, gasoline. We do have a heater down here. Runs off our gas tank. Sorry, okay.
So this is the S-bar heater. It's been running nonstop basically since we pulled out of Tennessee, which has been about 2 weeks now, and I can't complain. So we got our control down here for it, and you just set it to a certain temperature, and it's basically going to be dialed into that, and it just kicks on when it needs to and turns off when it's not.
Then you got the swivel seat there.
Of course. So with the kids, of course, we had to have extra seating, and this was the very first thing that we installed in the entire build because we had traded in our Tacoma, our lovely Tacoma, for a big red van, and we had to have some means of transportation for the kids. So we did our research and we found this company out of, I believe they're out of Illinois, Friedman Seating Company. And this is a fold-away seat. So obviously you can see it's up right now, and with it up, there's plenty of space for us in here. And the way it comes down is basically just, shoot. Kurt's the expert at this. There we go. Comes down.
Nice.
Locks, and then I think it's this one. Seat up.
And now the kids have their own little spot to ride. They comes with seat belts and all that, so they're all safe.
Right, and of course when we're parked, we got to get that out of the way. So they're both in boosters right now. They're 7 and 4. So these are the booster seats, and they're super easy just to take in and take out as needed. So they go right in there. And then fold it back up. It's super simple. Anybody can do it. 2 steps.
As long as you don't have stuff in the way.
As long as you don't have stuff in the way. This is all of their toys, of course, with kids. So you come with extra baggage. So we ordered this from Overland Gear Guy. You can find him on Instagram. Makes really good quality stuff, made in the USA. I highly recommend it. I've really been impressed with the craftsmanship on this. It's been great.
Yeah, it looks nice and sturdy. I was admiring that the other day when I was in here.
Tons of storage too.
Yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff.
Up here we've got a bit of a charging station. Kurt's the, again, kind of mastermind behind that. I'm a little too short to see inside there, but that's got all of our charging brakes and some of our camera gear and equipment that anything needs charging.
Nice.
And then you guys might be wondering where the kids sleep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this is here. So, of course, at night we'll take the lagoon table up and fold it away. We had these custom made from a upholstery, an auto and marine upholstery place back in East Tennessee. So we have one that's bolted to the seat here, and the other one just unbolts from the wall.
Okay, so it's like a snap system.
Exactly. So we take one of these off and we put it on the floor right where we're standing. And I've got sheets for this, so one kid sleeps up here and the other kid is sleeping on the ground. So it's a little tight quartered, but you know, for 80 square feet and for human beings, I think we make it work.
Yeah.
So, welcome to my crib. I can't show you my fridge, right? Oh, so wow. We've got 75-liter Dometic dual zone fridge and freezer right now. I'm still kind of trying to figure out if I want them both fridges or one freezer. We had plans to put a second fridge in the back, which I just said we were a little heavy right now, so that got scrapped. Okay. But here we go. Fridge and freezer.
That's awesome, and I like how it slides out there.
This is just extra storage. We got some fresh eggs and got my cooking gear in here, plates and whatnot. And this is just utensils that we found a good spot for. And a few other miscellaneous things.
There's got to be a spot to dispose of all that healthy food. So where do you guys go to the bathroom?
That's right. I almost forgot about that too. Well, step on over here. Here we go.
Wow.
Airhead composting toilet. And that's where you do the do.
We're just going to have to ask everybody to vacate whenever it's time to go. Because when it's time to get down to business, man, it's, being an 80 square foot, it's all right here.
Yeah, well, modesty is overrated.
Well, this is really cool. I appreciate you taking us through the inside here. Yeah, no problem. Let's get with Kurt and go see the back half, because there's more up underneath the bed, right?
Well, there's a lot more.
Yeah, and some of the finer details as far as how he built this thing, because you guys didn't buy this. You guys worked,
we bought it. It was
blood,
a
sweat, and
yeah. Oh yeah, it took exactly a year. We bought it. No, this is funny. We bought it on December 21st of 2019. We spent all of 2020 building it. On December 21st, 2020, we basically had finished it. I had put my notice into work that I was quitting, and it was like a year anniversary clockwork. It was kind of crazy how that all just
And now you guys are living on the road. And how big was your house before?
Oh gosh.
So it was over 3,000.
It was over 3.
It was a nice sized house.
It was home, you know, it's comfortable.
And now,
but one thing I'm not complaining about is
cleaning.
Exactly. Yeah. How much I don't have to clean, so I'm not going to miss that at all.
Yeah.
Just sweep it out.
Kirt, man, you've been working on this thing
for a long time.
For a long time.
Yes.
And you've done a hell of a job, my dude.
Thanks.
So this thing started out as a shell, a big red
canvas.
Yes. No windows.
No nothing, yeah.
No nothing. Now we've got a roof rack, awning, full-on living quarters on the inside, complete with not only, you know, just the basic drawer systems and stuff like that, but above and beyond. Like these are unique and luxurious styling that you got going on here. So take me through kind of what all you've done and kind of the inner workings of it.
So as you mentioned, it's a 2018 Ram Promaster. It's the big one, so it's a 159 wheelbase, and it is extended, so they don't make a bigger Promaster as of today. And then we had to fit 4 of us in here, so it got challenging. We actually put tape on the floor of the house trying to figure out how to put everything in here. So outside here we got a Dometic awning. It's been nice. Didn't do the electric, did the manual one. Just trying to keep things easy and simple. Did the roof rack. We got 525 watts of solar. We got a Panasonic 325 watt solar panel. And then we got 2 Rich Solar 100 watt solar panels on top. And we got around here, got a custom bumper made, because we wanted the ability to put dirty stuff, you know, like your laundry and anything, shoes, anything that's dirty, wet outside, and try to extend room from inside, how to get, you know, to get some more room on the outside of the van. So this is what we came up with. These are on swing arms. It's worked out pretty well. We're a little, as my wife said, we're a little heavy. So we actually had 2 of these boxes. We ended up scrapping one and putting this style plastic box in here, which does fine. We wanted this one because this, so I can put my chairs and stuff. Oh, you can tell it's packed in here. We can put wood up top. It just swings out, and it's got a little pin in here.
Man.
So here's the back, yeah.
Man.
You know, you gotta have a one wheel, right?
Golly, man, you got it all over the place here. You got plenty of storage.
So we got Battleborn batteries. We got 3 100 amp hour Battleborn batteries. We have a Victron Multi Plus 3000. We have a 5-gallon water heater, an ISO temp. We got 50 gallons of fresh water, which will never fill up because of the weight issue. But we wanted to make sure we had enough water just in case we got to that point. We got a pretty sophisticated filter system for water, because water is very important. We can get, you know, out of a lake, out of a stream, we can filter our water. It's a 4-stage system.
And who makes that system? That's an all-in-one unit, right?
Yeah, this is it Clear
Source?
Clear Source. That's
okay.
It. Yep. Clear Source makes this system. They add it. So this usually just has a 3 canister. You can get a 2 or 3, but we add it. So this filters the water before it goes in the tank. And then once it comes out of the tank, we have another canister just to make sure water is good and clean. But yeah, this was fun getting all this stuff in here. The drawer system. We got a safe box here so we can put valuables in and lock it up. But yeah, just simple drawers. We got our extra filters in the back. Little thing to clean the solar panels, little squeegees. Few tools.
Now, all of this framing and for all the drawers and all the countertops and everything, take us through how you built that?
So this is 80/20. This is a T-slot system. And if you go to 8020.net, the catalog, it's just amazing how many components they have. It's like a Rector set. basically for commercial. A lot of commercial people use this to build manufacturing. If they need anything to put a pump or something on to make a piece of plastic or whatever for a car, anything, they can set this stuff up. So it's pretty neat. It's lightweight, it's strong. And I know some people ask what size, so we went with the 1010 series. So this is 1 inch by 1 inch. So, and they have 1.5 by 1, you know, all different
ones.
all the way up to like, I don't know, like 10-inch pieces if you want. So if you want to put a big beam across here and have this open for your bikes, not a problem, you can find it.
So really, it's just up to your imagination, and you can just build whatever you want.
Legos, Erector set, you can just,
Now you did a little bit of a Kirt touch to it though, because the adapters and the hardware that they use, that's where the expense can really add up. So take us through what you did here.
Okay, so these are just from Home Depot or Lowe's. This is just a angle iron, so L, and then what I did is I just cut these with a saw. And then these are 1/4 20s that I ground the heads down on
to
there
fit in the slot.
To put in the slot, yeah. Because if you go metric, it gets really expensive. I think a box 100 of these 1/4 20, 3/4 inch long is like 12 or 13 bucks. And shoot, maybe 10 screws are 10 or 13 bucks if you want a different route. So 100 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit of time and effort on that end, definitely. And then it's custom, right? So you can make them brackets as long as you want. I mean, you could do bigger angle, smaller, whatever you want to do, and then it's affordable because this stuff's not cheap.
No, but I love the way that it looks whenever it's done. As I've told you before, this thing is super clean. Now, what did you guys do for the floor as far as for the base of the van here? Because the floor is all the same throughout.
Correct. So basically you can get like a 1x1 tube, so similar size to this 80/20, but just a hollow tube, kind of like up here on the van. That's a 2x2 on top, so a 1x1 of that we glued down with the Loctite marine adhesive, P&L marine adhesive. So we glued those down, then we put a 3/4 inch Vantech subfloor, and then we have a heated floor in the middle on top of that. And then we got this, what is this, luxury vinyl, is that what you call it?
Okay.
The waterproof luxury vinyls. They snap together.
Okay.
It's the luxury vinyl
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
It's waterproof.
Yep. So same stuff you would get to put in your kitchen or something like that?
Yeah, floor decor, what you can get it from there, Home Depot or Lowe's. And,
got it.
And so, yeah, the heated floor has been really nice, especially if you got a power campground, because we're all electric, we have no gas. But we figured if we do go to like a ski resort or something like that, then we'll try to find some place with power, and then it keeps it super toasty in here.
Yeah. So the 3 Battleborns with the Victron, and you said how much solar do you have?
525.
525. Now we've been out here for what, 2 days now? 2 days total, 2 days. Yeah. You guys have been out here with no sun. It's been raining.
Yeah.
How are you guys looking on usage?
Well, with no sun, it's tough being all electric.
Yeah.
So you have to move.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we built it to move, and we built it if we're going to sit someplace, hopefully have sun. But if not, we have gear in the boxes out here so we can cook outside, build a fire, you know,
things like that.
Do that. Yeah, try to avoid using the induction Instapot, you know, stuff like that inside. But we're down in the 30% this morning, and I started up twice yesterday. So with the alarm, it'll run for 30 minutes and then shut off. So it ran for
you got
an
a remote
hour.
start on the truck, yeah.
Yeah. So it ran for an hour yesterday to charge.
And no generator. You've got it tied into the alternator through a DC
Red
to
Arc.
DC?
Yep.
Red Arc DC to
50
DC.
amp DC to DC.
And that charges your batteries up. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. 30 minutes gives you roughly 60 amp hours.
Half of that. So an hour will give me 60.
Okay.
You know, 50 to 60. Because it fluctuates. Once the Red Arc gets warm, it kind of, you'll see it spiking. So it may go down to 15 or 20 amps, even though it needs more, and then it'll shoot back up. It just depends. It saves your alternator, and that's why you want to have a proper DC to DC charger, because if you have your alternator hooked straight up or one of those relay things, you can damage your alternator.
Okay. The weight, you talked about being over a little bit on the weight, and I know you've made some changes. One of the changes was the tires, right? Tires.
Correct.
And then also you did away with the factory steel wheels, not because the new ones look cool, but because they weigh significantly less, right?
About 10 pounds.
Yeah, and then you upped the tire.
One size.
One size, and went to like a commercial style tire.
Yeah, BFG commercial all-season tire. So far so good. We'll test it out. I mean, we just got them on, so we'll see how they do.
Right.
But I didn't have a whole bunch of choices because the tires that came on it, I figured out were about 43 pounds a tire. So this is how involved you have to get into this stuff, right? So you go and you're looking at, well, what's the steel rim weigh?
Yeah.
What did the aftermarket rim weigh? What options do I each? Yeah. What options do I have? And then you start writing all this stuff down, and I figure out the stock tire was about 43 pounds. I actually went down. I think these are 40.5 pounds per tire.
So you knocked off 12 pounds with all four of them.
And then 10 pounds on the rim. Yeah. So, but I went up a size, so it kind of offsets
Evened it
that.
out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if I would have went with like a KO2, they're 48 pounds. So you can imagine,
wow.
I mean, you can really swing one way or another. So if you're looking for rims and tires, definitely do some homework. And
gotcha. It's more than just throwing a pair on there because they look all right.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'd rather have the KO2s or something a little bit better, but weight, man, miles per gallon is going to be trump if I get stuck here or there. It just is what it is.
Now you're converting the 12 volt to AC power with the Victron.
Correct.
The only thing using the AC power though is the induction top. Is that right, or?
Yeah, we got 2 plugs at the kitchen and I got 1 plug back here. So basically what we're using for 120 is the induction, Instapot. What else do we got, Jen? Oh, we got a Vitamix. And I think that's about it. Oh, the heated floor is 120.
Okay.
Yeah, and I found out afterwards we installed it. You can get a 12 volt heated floor system, which would have been
next one.
Nicer.
Next one.
Yeah, but probably a lot more expensive. So maybe it worked out because really,
I mean, if you're inverting it already anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
right?
and the places we'll use it, we'll
plug in.
Yeah, we'll plug in somewhere. Definitely.
And you got an outside plug?
Yes.
Right. Where's the outside plug? Okay.
Yeah, so simple. I saw someone else do it, and I'm like, oh man, yeah, that's a perfect spot to. Nice short cord, right in. Yeah. Everything's there. We kind of kept everything
circuit
in
box
one.
right there.
Yeah. Everything in one area. I wanted my head on this side and the electronics on the other side to just try to, build a barrier.
Somewhat, yeah. Somewhat of a barrier, yeah. I agree with you. As somebody that's got batteries mounted underneath the bed. Yeah, definitely agree. So take us through the shower.
Okay, shower. So big hose right here. That's for the heater.
Okay.
So we'd pull that out. We take it over here. Hose for inside on the heater.
Okay.
So we'd put this here. This, bam, gets put out here.
Privacy tent. Okay.
Put that on the ground. It's got a hole here for the heater plumb into. And then the water goes through here. And you got a hot, I've taken a shower in 40-degree weather. Nobody's sweating. So
you got a hot box with the heater going into that.
Exactly.
And then you got the water heater in the back.
Yeah, it's a 2-person thing. So I'll jump in here and then feed my clothes out to her, and she'll give me the water, and vice versa. And
we got this off
bring
Amazon,
the towel in, and
it was convenient. It's got the windows basically right where we need them to put the hose in up top for the shower, and then for the heater as well.
Now, have you taken a shower yet?
No. I'm waiting for 75-degree weather.
And you guys are beelining it from here. We're in the Alabama mountains right now, but you guys are beelining it from here down to Corpus Christi, right?
Yes.
It doesn't mean I've gone 2 weeks without a shower, though.
I don't know.
No, we've been seeing the family and stuff on the way to get out of here. It took us a week and a half just to get on the road, just seeing people that we love and a family and stuff like that. So.
Now, in the process of building this, though, you guys went on a pretty big trip. in this
South Dakota.
before it was done. That was the furthest you had been in it for the very first time.
Yeah.
And you guys learned a lot on that trip on how you wanted to do things, right?
It wasn't 100% done yet, so it was a little bit more of like a trial run, and I think we had a little bit more frustrations with that because it wasn't done, so we couldn't really fit everything in here that we needed or wanted.
Yeah.
And we didn't have all the components. So it was exciting to get out and go explore, but at the same time, it just wasn't done, so it wasn't ready for us. And I think that just kind of motivated us even more, right, to get it done and get gone.
Yeah.
So.
And the biggest thing I think we got out of that trip is the shower system right here, because we're going to put something inside, and I think she came up with this idea.
Well,
and I was like, I can get
these.
extra. Yeah.
We had this already, and we've actually been pretty impressed with it so far. We
put a
went
link
out.
As long as you can get it folded
Yeah.
back up, that's the hard thing with these.
That's what I've noticed. Yeah.
We got that off Amazon, and it's held up pretty well at the beach and in the winds, and we left it up. So figured it might as well serve us well for a shower if we need it. I mean, hopefully we're out and somewhere.
And since we had one, we saw, okay, well, it's got an opening for that. It's got one for, that works out.
That's awesome, man.
Perfect.
We've got a few videos from South Dakota up, so
Yeah.
go check us out on
Overland Uncharted. And I'll put a link down there in the description too. You guys have big plans, and I can't wait to see, the ventures that you guys go on to. All the way down to South America's in the plans, up in Alaska's the plans. So, man, I'm excited to follow you guys along, and I appreciate you guys sharing your home with us.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Appreciate it, man.